In this video, I'm going to show you the best 4K gaming monitors you can get at every price range. No matter your budget, I will help you find the best pick for your needs. Let's go. First, we are going to take a look at the best options in the under $300 range. First, we have the Dell S2725QS. This monitor gives you a super sharp 4K image on its 27-inch screen with some really accurate colors, making it great if you also do some photo editing on the side. However, with a refresh rate locked at only 60 Hz and a slower response time, fast-paced games feel noticeably less smooth compared to the other two monitors on this list. It is a solid choice if you are playing slower-paced, visually rich games and want good built-in speakers, but for competitive shooters, you will definitely feel that low refresh rate. Next, we have the Samsung Odyssey G70B. This one is a massive step up for serious gaming, offering a buttery smooth 144 Hz refresh rate and a super quick 1 millisecond response time on its larger 28-inch screen. It also comes with high-definition multimedia interface 2.1 ports for full new generation console support, and even has built-in smart features so you can stream movies directly from the monitor itself. While its gaming performance easily beats the Dell and ASUS, some have noted that the built-in smart operating system can feel a little slow at times and might not have the best picture quality right out of the box without some calibration. Finally, we have the ASUS VG289Q1A. This monitor also gives you a 28-inch 4K picture, but it really shines with its vibrant colors thanks to a wide 90% DCI-P 3-color gamut, making games look punchier than on the Dell. Just like the Dell, it is stuck at a 60 Hz refresh rate and a 5 millisecond response time, so you are sacrificing that high refresh rate smoothness that the Samsung Odyssey delivers. It is a fantastic monitor for immersive, single-player adventure games where visual quality is more important than raw speed, and its built-in gaming features like Shadow Boost give it a slight edge for some players over the Dell. Next, we are going to take a look at the best options in the $300 to $400 range. First, we have the ASUS VG289Q1A. This monitor hits a real sweet spot, giving you a super crisp 4K picture on a 27-inch in-plane switching panel, combined with a very smooth 160 Hz refresh rate that makes games feel incredibly fluid. It's a fantastic choice if you own a new console because its dual HDMI 2.1 ports let you game at 4K 120 Hz, though I found its display HDR 400 brightness to be decent but not mind-blowing. Overall, it's a seriously solid performer for the price, delivering that essential high-refresh 4K experience without any major compromises, though it does lack the extra connectivity options of its MSI competitor. Next, we have the MSI MPG274 URF. This one felt like a direct response to the ASUS, also packing a vibrant 27-inch 4K rapid in-plane switching panel that runs at a snappy 160 Hz. But it aims to be even quicker with a claimed half a millisecond response time. The biggest difference for me was the incredible convenience of its built-in KVM switch and the inclusion of a USB-C port that delivers 65 watts of power, which was perfect for charging my laptop while using the display. Just like the ASUS, its HDR performance is limited to the display HDR 400 standard, but the sheer utility of that USB-C port and KVM makes it the more versatile choice if you switch between a PC and a work laptop. Finally, we have the MSI Mag 321 Cup. If you believe bigger is better, this is your monitor, stepping up to a huge 31.5-inch curved vertical alignment panel that really pulls you into the game with its fantastic contrast and deep blacks that the other two just can't replicate. You still get that glorious 4K resolution and a 160 Hz refresh rate, but its HDR-ready certification is mostly for marketing as the effect is minimal, and I noticed its vertical alignment panel had a bit more smearing in dark scenes compared to the IPS models. While it technically has a USB-C port, its 15 watts of power delivery is pretty weak, so you should choose this one if your top priority is a large immersive screen for cinematic gaming over the faster pixel response and connectivity features of the 27-inch monitors. Next, we're going to take a look at the best options in the $400 to $600 range. First, we have the Dell G3223Q. For a 32-inch screen, I found the 4K image running at 144 Hz to be incredibly sharp with really good colors, and its display HDR 600 support makes highlights in games pop more than you would expect at this price. However, the response time felt a little bit sluggish for a gaming panel, which introduced some minor smearing in fast scenes, and the included stand is pretty wobbly with only tilt adjustment. Overall, if you want a big screen with great high dynamic range performance for immersive single-player games and console gaming on a budget, this Dell is a very strong contender. Next, we have the LG 27GR93U. This monitor feels incredibly responsive with its 144Hz refresh rate, and I found its pixel response time to be noticeably faster than the Dell's, leading to exceptionally clear motion in first-person shooters. On the downside, this is a smaller 27-inch screen, and its Display HDR 400 certification provides a very basic high dynamic range experience that lacks the brightness and impact of the other two monitors on this list. If your top priority is pure motion clarity and low input lag for competitive gaming, and you do not mind sacrificing screen size and high dynamic range quality, this LG is probably the one for you. Finally, we have the BenQ Mobius X 3210U. This 32-inch monitor is packed with features I did not expect, including a great-sounding built-in speaker system and a remote control that makes changing settings super convenient. The 144Hz panel provides a beautiful 4K image with Display HDR 600 that easily rivals the Dell, though I felt its response time sits somewhere between the quick LG and the slightly slower Dell. Honestly, this monitor tries to give you everything and mostly succeeds, but it is also the most expensive option here and often pushes the upper limit of our budget. Next, we're going to take a look at the best options in the $600 to $1,000 range. First, we have the LG 32 GS95UE. This 32-inch 4K monitor has an absolutely game-changing feature called Dual Hertz, letting you play at a smooth 240 Hz in 4K for stunning visuals, or switch to 1080p to get an insane 480 Hz for competitive shooters. The OLED panel delivered those perfect blacks and instant response times I expected, and having the sound come directly from the screen with its Pixel sound technology is a really clean touch. However, its WOLED panel, while fantastic, doesn't have quite the same color pop as the QD-OLEDs, and some might find its matte screen coating makes the image a little less glossy and vibrant than the competition. Next, we have the Samsung Odyssey OLED G8. This is Samsung's 32-inch 4K 240Hz competitor, but it uses a QD-OLED panel, and I immediately saw the difference in color. The reds and greens are so incredibly vivid and saturated that it makes HDR games look absolutely spectacular, arguably better than the LG in terms of pure color punch. But while the image is stunning, I found myself getting annoyed with the built-in Tizen Smart TV hub, which can feel slow and clunky when all you want to do is use it as a PC monitor. Also, like other QD OLEDs, the sub-pixel layout can make text look a tiny bit less sharp than on the LG if you look really closely, but it's a minor complaint for gaming. Finally, we have the Alienware AW2725Q. This one is different. It's a smaller 27-inch monitor, but it screams speed with the first ever 4K QD OLED panel running at a mind-blowing 360 Hz refresh rate. For fast-paced games like Valorant or Apex Legends, the fluidity is on another level compared to the 240 Hz on the LG and Samsung, while still giving you those beautiful, vibrant QD OLED colors. The smaller size also makes the 4K resolution look incredibly crisp, but that size is also its main drawback. It just doesn't feel as immersive for a big cinematic single-player adventures as the 32-inch screens from LG and Samsung do. Next, we're going to take a look at the best options in the $1,000 plus range. First, we have the ASUS ROG Swift PG32 UCDM. This monitor's third-generation Quantum Dot OLED panel delivers some of the most stunning 4K visuals I've ever seen, with colors that pop off the screen and true inky blacks that make every game world feel real. Gaming on this is ridiculously smooth thanks to the 240 Hz refresh rate and a near instantaneous 0.03 millisecond response time, which means there is absolutely zero ghosting or motion blur. However, the premium experience comes with a very premium price tag, and its glossy screen, while making colors richer, can be a bit of a mirror in a brightly lit room. Next, we have the MSI MPG 321QS. This monitor uses the exact same jaw-dropping Quantum Dot OLED panel as the ASUS, giving you that identical, beautiful 4K picture quality and 240 Hz refresh rate, often for a little less money. MSI really leans into longevity with its extensive OLED care features and a 3-year burn-in warranty, plus the 90-watt USB-C power delivery is a fantastic addition for a clean single-cable setup with a laptop. Just like its direct competitor, the main hurdles are the high cost and the fact that text sharpness for productivity tasks, while good, still is not quite on par with a high-end liquid crystal display monitor. Finally, we have the LG 45GS95QE. Now this one is a bit different because despite its premium price, it is not actually a 4K monitor. Instead, its massive 45-inch ultra-wide screen and aggressive NVIDIA 800R curve provide an incredibly immersive wraparound gaming experience. You still get that perfect OLED black level and 240Hz refresh rate for buttery smooth gameplay, but the lower 1440p resolution stretched across such a huge screen results in a pixel density that makes text and fine details look noticeably less sharp than on the MSI or ASUS. That extremely tight curve is amazing for pulling you into racing or flight simulators, but it can feel a bit too much for desktop use and might not be for everyone, making this a specialized choice for immersion over pure image clarity. Thanks for watching. I hope this video was helpful to you. If you found this video to be helpful, leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this in the future.